everybody. We're back. It's all good. My next guest has appeared in the films A Beautiful Mind and A Knight's Tale. Currently, you can see him with Russell Crowe in the film Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. Please welcome Paul Bettany. I met you just backstage, just before the show. You were quite taken with me.
I think you're gorgeous.
You think I'm gorgeous? Thank you.
You're almost freakishly tall.
Yes.
You know, and
that doesn't come across. This is the thing. This is my life.
Diminutive.
That bugs me. Now, let me explain.
You're enormous.
I'm an enormous man. You can't tell at home, but I am over 9 feet high.
I promise you, he's very frightening in the flesh.
Yeah, and large and big-boned and strong.
Massive Irish curling type of
an Irish giant from mythology.
You're huge.
But on TV, for some reason, I come across as this little guy who's like, and I don't know what that's all about.
Maybe it's the
That's
thing.
probably hurting me, yeah. I should stop doing that.
I'm only taking a wild stab in the dark.
Yeah, I'll stop doing that immediately and stop trying to act, you know, tough butch. I'll give it a shot and then give it up after the next day. Let me first congratulate you. I thought you were amazing in Master and Commander. I really did. I thought you did a great job.
Thank you very much.
And I'm thinking, everything I've read about that movie, they really put all of you on a ship.
Yeah.
And you're out on the sea. There must have been a lot of people throwing up left and right.
There were an enormous number. I have to say, it would be a better story if it was Russell Crowe. Sadly, it wasn't. But
he didn't throw up at all?
No, he really didn't. I mean, but it was about a third of the cast and crew, which constitutes about 50 people.
Right.
And I don't know if you've ever seen 50 people vomit in unison.
Not since college, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Mine was a Cure concert in 1989.
The Cure concert? Yeah. And that's the second time I saw it happen. And I got wet. But so what did people do to combat this? Did you...
You did drugs.
Yeah.
I suppose. They give you this anti-sickness thing, which meant that the entire crew and cast, including the director, Peter Weir, were high as kites.
Half the time.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. Which explains the long musical interludes and dream sequences that made no sense.
No, that'd be cruel.
Yeah. So, what was it that helped you get through that? You had experience on boats
I was
before?
in the Sea Cadets. My father decided that I should go into the Sea Cadets to make a man of me. Mm-hmm. It clearly didn't work.
What are the... I don't know what the Sea Cadets are. It sounds like a cool superhero group.
Imagine the Scouts, but with flares.
With flares?
You know, the Cubs, Boy Scouts?
Yes,
you know,
yes. I know the Cubs. I know the Scouts, but what's the flares?
Flares, bell-bottoms.
Okay. Yeah, so you had the wide bell-bottoms, and you were like, we are the Sea Cadets, and then you would get out on the water and...
Exactly. It was exactly like that.
Like the guy that's on the Cracker Jack box. That guy.
It's exactly like the Cracker Jack.
Did you wear the little hat and have a little dog with you at all times?
Only on my own time.
Okay, that's your business.
Yeah,
I don't want to know.
I'd rather not go into it on national television.
No. Now, I want to ask you about the... you've been working for a while on a movie in which you play a tennis pro. Is that right? And
yes.
It's called Wimbledon, the movie.
It's called Wimbledon, and it's a sort of light romance with tennis in it. Right.
That same old story over and over again.
With Kirsten Dunst, and it was a very dark period in my life.
Why is that? Did you... you had to get in shape for
I had to get in shape, which, of course, is repulsive. You know, and I had a man called Mike Hood, who was this guy from Brooklyn who would shout at me, and, you know, he would talk about how meditative it was, you know, exercise, and he was lying the whole time, because it's not... In Tibet, you don't see temples with statues of people pushing weights or, you know, running on a treadmill. You see a sort of rotund man sitting down. You know? So,
right.
Frankly, they were lying, and my trouble is that I had to look like a man who had dedicated his life to something other than drinking Guinness and eating pies.
Right.
which was tough on me.
Guys, see, I agree with you. People talk about that euphoria you get from vigorous exercise. I've never had it.
It's never happened. My induction, I passed out on the treadmill.
Which meant you were shot out the rear end of the treadmill.
Exactly.
And hit the wall.
Yes, often, like many auditions.
And then grabbed a Guinness and a pie and just sat there. Yeah. Did you watch a lot of tennis videos preparing for this role?
Yeah, I did. I became a complete bore, and my wife nearly left me.
Why is that?
Well, because it becomes like pornography. I don't know if you...
What kind of tennis films were you watching? Paul?
Well, I hate to go into it, but
yeah.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
No, I was watching Pete Sampras and Agassi, and, you know, many might think that that's not the stuff of childhood pornographic dreams, obviously, but for me, training to become a tennis player, I was obsessed, and my wife would come in and into the apartment, and I would reach for the remote control and try and turn it off like it was pornography, you know, frankly, because she was furious.
Which only made her more suspicious.
Exactly, and so
she was like, why are you rubbing yourself with oils? What are you doing?
No, she knows about that.
Oh, she knows about that.
We've discussed that. But that happened before tennis. No, but I've since... I spent 6 months training and 6 months playing tennis and then 4 months making a film, and I haven't picked up a tennis racket since. I broke it on the last day, and frankly, the only furry balls I'm going to play with are my own from now on. I love that they applauded a dick joke.
Yes.
You know, whenever you're in trouble with
Late Night with Conan O'Brien, yeah.
Whip out a dick joke every time.
Stop saying that word.
Dick.
Tonight's show will be broadcast on Cinemax. Now, you've been doing very well and getting more and more attention, and then Master and Commander, a lot of people just thrilled with your performance. Do you ever worry that fame, because you seem like a very down-to-earth guy, very pleasant guy, do you worry that fame will change you?
Yes, I worry about it enormously, but none of my friends do. I asked my friend about this, and he said, I hope to God it changes you because you're a complete arse.
I've never heard that before,
it's things like that keep you, you know, in your place.
Well, in the same vein, you had not been here before, but your lovely wife, Jennifer Connelly, has been on the program. And
slightly hurt that you had her on before me.
Well, it was her. She insisted on being here.
She's like that.
But you're this celebrity couple. Paparazzi must bother you. How do you deal with that?
Badly. Recently, I've got slightly punchy since we had the child. You know, there were paparazzi trying to take pictures, and I was really pleasantly trying to move one away so I could get in the car. And as I touched him, his evilness travelled into my arm, and my elbow went like that into his camera. And I got a Sean Penn on. Like, I didn't know what to do with myself. But I've since discovered the trick.
What, the trick to what?
The trick to avoiding paparazzi is that you turn up, every time you get on a plane, you wear the same clothes.
The same clothes?
The same clothes, because they want a picture of you in different clothes. So, you know, for their editor. So the moment you come out and they're like that. You know,
That's actually an ingenious idea. They can't... And they really do that, they go, oh!
No, they don't. I'm making that bit up to try and be funny.
No. I wish they had done that. I like that.
Well,
let's talk about I want to mention The Reckoning. This is the new movie that's coming out soon, and this is an interesting idea. You play a priest during the Middle Ages in this.
Yeah, it's a whodunit in the Middle Ages, and on it we hang a story about morality and the birth of modern drama. Now, as you can imagine, that's quite a hard film to sell. So
Right.
Go and see it.
But you're...
But, you know, it's a really beautiful movie, and I'm really proud of it. So.
And you're in this with, am I right, is it Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe, the sort of heavyweight of American art house movies and theatre with his group, the Worcester group. And I have to say that he spent his entire time... We had an entire medieval village built for this film, and there was a candle makers in this medieval village, and him and Simon McBurney, who runs Theatre de Complicité, have spent their entire time carving amusingly shaped penises out of the candles, and then giggling like they were like fish out of water, like that, and they never tired of the whole. I said penis, haven't I? I'm so sorry.
No. Penis is okay. Penis is okay. Penis and furry balls by themselves, fine.
Don't say the
dick. Kind of a problem.
No, I'm never gonna. Anyway,
of course, I said it, and then that's a real problem.
You're in all kinds.
They're just going to edit me out of the show. It'll just be you when we're done.
That's what I was working for.
Well, of course, Master, you wanted me out. Is that the whole idea?
Yeah, I know.
Very well done,
Thanks,
Paul. Master and Commander of the Far Side of the World, of course, is still in theaters. People love that film. The Reckoning opens Friday in New York and Los Angeles, and Dogville opens March 26th in New York and Los Angeles. It was really nice having you here. Very funny guy. Nice having you. Paul Bettany. We'll take a break when we come back. Mr. Geography is here. We had a fine show tonight. We got a great show coming up tomorrow night. I bet you want to hear who's on it, huh? Let's not overdo it, all right? Hey, guess what? From The Sopranos, Michael Imperioli is going to be here. That's pretty good, yeah. From Saturday Night Live, Kenan Thompson will be here, and musical guest. If you're going to have a musical guest on your show, I always say, get Tom Jones. He's here tomorrow night. We'll take a break when we come back. Mr. Geography is here. Stick around.